All right, Juanitosville. I was commissioned to do a project. It kind of creeped me out, but I said yes. And this is what we have, friends. Essentially, what I'm going to do is making jewelry out of these dolls. The hard part is going to be a little mutilation is going to have to happen, and possibly epoxy glue the hands onto the silver end caps that can hang as earrings or as pendants. And on top of that, my idea was to create little bracelets, sterling silver bracelets for the hands. How cool is that, right? We're gonna make pendants, earrings out of the legs, the feet, and the hands. I know there's something cool that could be done with these cool looking faces, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna create some stuff. I know it sounds a little weird, but we're gonna go for it, friends. Yeah. All right, friends. So I decided that I'm gonna start with this left arm right here, which is kind of fitting because I'm left-handed. So we're gonna start with this purple one here. Sorry for your left hand. I'm left-handed. I know how this might feel, but this is not good. Owie! All right, friends, I don't know if you guys can stomach this or not, but I had to take off the hand from the wrist. It just snaps right in there, so. Okay, friends, we're gonna shorten the forearm here, and I want you to know that I am not getting any joy out of this at all. That would be weird. Now I know what Jeffrey Dahmer must have felt like. Bad joke, bad joke, bad joke, bad joke. Man, this chick is solid. Bad joke, bad joke, bad joke. I'm gonna make basically a bezel for this. A little piece of forearm. So you can see I marked a black line right there. And okay, we got it at the very edge. Then I'm gonna roll it. I was off, so because I thought it slipped a little bit on that first one, so it's a little bit longer. So then that's the line to the right is the line that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to add 3 times the thickness of the silver. So I'll probably add another 2 millimeters probably. I was thinking, like, what kind of cool design feature can I do with this that I've never done, I've never seen, or I wouldn't normally do? Because I think just a nice clean silver cuff is sufficient. But let's do something, let's do this. Random. Look like it's gonna look like a rugged edges, be flat on the back but rugged edges on the front, and it's gonna catch light really cool. All right, Juanitosville, this is what I have come up with. Because it's an arm and it's kind of this torn, tattered look, I think is appropriate. So we're gonna go with this. This is gonna be the bezel. All right, right here, guys, I have the bezel. We're gonna just give it the Andrew Berry oval. We're gonna go ahead and take the soldering block and put this bad boy together. We're gonna go hard solder right here, friends, because we are gonna put a cap on this, and so we're gonna get it hot again. On bezels, when I do bezels, I almost always do hard solder. And then I use a lot of medium, but I want to get more into using more hard solder because I think that's kind of more pro. Everything hard, but some people are everything's easy, everything, or not easy, everything medium. I've never heard anybody do everything with easy, but medium's pretty common to use it exclusively, except for bezels. For me, perfect. All right, we're gonna go with that. Go on to the next step. Right, Juan Needlesville, we're right here. We're going with medium silver or a medium solder, and I fluxed and I just cooked the flux off. I'm gonna throw a couple pieces of medium in here. When these bezels are so small like this, it's not super duper required that they're touching against the side of the bezel. Where on a big bezel, you definitely want that action because you want your solder to go into the joint instead of like all into the middle, you know what I mean? But here there's not a whole lot of middle. We're gonna really just heat this up from the outside. Bezels is one of the reasons why I really like this round, because then I can see all the way around without having to knock it around. And we got it. Yeah, boy. I'm gonna be good with that. Little pieces of scraps here. You know me, I like my scraps. Put them in the scrap pile and deal with them later. Sometimes I look in the scrap pile and I see pieces that I cut from other pieces, and I said, hey, I remember that piece. I remember you. All right, revolutionaries, we have this right here. This is basically the top of where the arm is going to go into it. And I could easily just put a hoop there and then put a bail, so you could have it around a necklace. Or I could do something artistic. Okay, so we got this 20 gauge wire right here. And I'm in my mind, I envision these like wires coming down and then coming together and then opening up like a hoop, I guess, or like in a loop. But like you know, like a tree, an old tree, the roots just go out like that into the ground like that. To have these wires like that, and it won't be a lot, but because we don't have a limited amount of space, but 3 or 4 or 5 wires going out like this, and then meeting up, and then a hoop or loop. All right, cat moms and dads out there, we got 20 gauge sterling silver. I was just making sure my mic was on. 20 gauge sterling silver, and I think we agreed that we're gonna go 50 mil. Okay, we're doing 3 of them, right? We have decided that we're gonna do 3. If I recall from prior conversations that I had with myself. Bam, 50 mil. Okay guys, we got 3. So we're gonna make a unique kind of hook or whatever the bail hangs on. I guess it's part of the bail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 350 mil and I'm going to twist them. And then I'm going to use this little mandrel. I'm going to eyeball the middle. I'm going to give it the old bend around. I'm very left-handed, so right now I'm using the right hand, and that's not comfortable. So I can use my fingers. If I can make it tight. Just wedge my finger in there. Give the old twisty root. There we go. Then we're going to pull these out like feet, and then we're going to separate these so they look like kind of claw-y, like roots, tree roots. These are quite wide for the top of the bezel, so I'll trim these, and I hope you guys can see this because this is kind of cool. So what I'm going to do right here, friends, is I'll just trim these so that they fit right here, or I can solder them on like that. Dudes, look at that. Dude, okay. All right, friends. Friends, I'm excited. I am excited. Look how cool that's going to look. I have to be honest, friends. That does excite me. I don't know. I'm going to spread these 3 out a little bit more. But the idea, I've never seen that before, but that is pretty cool, and it will be cool. Yeah, boy. All right, pilots. I bent these feet so they were kind of out, kind of cool looking. As I sand the bottoms of these round 20 gauge round wire, it creates a plane, a little bit of a plane for the solder to really hug onto. I know. Who would have thunk it? Friends, here we go. We got the bezel. I sanded the top. Give it a drop of flux. Rub it in there. Solder on the back. Let's get this party started, friends. Man, here in Western Colorado, it is windy today. It's April. Blossoms are on the trees. Okay, let's get this nice and flat if possible. Do I believe in that, guys? Come on. There we go. I can go for that. I can go for that, yeah. No can do. I can't go for that. Okay, let's think. The boom is right there. Do I want this to be like? I want it to be like this. Okay, where's the... What does that look like? Does it look like a winner chicken dinner? Let's give a little piece of flux for good measure. You guys with me, guys? Here we go. Okay. We're gonna kind of slowly get that flux nice and cooked out. I'm gonna give it some general heat right now. I'm trying to get everything toasty. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat up just a tad bit. I'm looking for the flash of the solder, friends. Okay, I saw. Let's see. Did I see it over here? I think I did. Yep, I did. Whew, man. Started talking like I was from Texas. That was so intense. All right, let's clean up. Wait a minute. You know what, dudes? I was just gonna clip these off. But you know what would be super rad if they hung over the edge? Because I already made those creepy lines in it, and it's creepy. Dudes. I'm so glad I didn't chop these off because I was so close. I was like, all right, I got the camera, I got the snippers, I'm gonna push record. I pushed record, I looked through the viewfinder, and I was like, that looks really cool. You guys can appreciate that like as much as I do, because that's pretty creepy, pretty cool. So these are the bracelets. Normally I work over my area, so if I drop it, I don't have to be on my hands and knees looking for it. But I'm doing this for you. Okay, I have not soldered these yet, but I'm thinking about using this and pinching and giving each one of these its own kind of texture. These are actually going to be little bracelets, so it's cool. Little bangles, I guess you would call them. Yeah, buddy. Super safe fire starter. Now, if you guys can see, I have put little solder pallets under each seam. So we're going to start here in the back. Got kind of a light, medium light heat on it. I know that solder wants to run where the hottest part is. Boom, beautiful, hugged right into that seam. Hugged into the seam, one over here. Hope you guys can see this. Gotta get the heat on this side. Hugged into the seam, beautiful. Just like that, friends. That used to stress me out a lot, but it doesn't stress me out as much the more practice I get. Look at that texture. You guys see that texture? Let's see if you guys can see that texture. That's kind of cool. Okay, I just quenched. I don't know why I turned the camera off. Probably because I was frustrated. Because I forgot to record. So anyways, that's what it looks like now. We're going to clean it up. These hangy over things have been soldered down. You can see how it's touching right there on the bezel. And right there, same. Got a nice seal, so we're good, guys. We're getting close to the end. All right, friends. Kind of started working on a little bit of this polishing, and then I realized I didn't have a bail, man. Look. So, I don't know how I'm gonna do it actually, but I still got this. This is what I got left of the 20 gauge wire. So I'm gonna use the rest of it to make a bail. And I think maybe this size right here would be a good size. Maybe let's go bigger, just because you never know. Okay, so you guys saw my other video. You guys know that I can do this. I think I can. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to solder this while they're together. In this coil. All right, Juanitosville, this is going to be the bail. Here we go, friends. Who knows? Who knows? We know. I think we believe in ourselves. We know. Okay, friends, let's go with it. Let's go a little high. Let's get the third hand a little warm. A little bit warm. Let that once that flux starts to burn black, we know we're getting close to a workable temperature. We could work some solder. Okay, I got that one, and I want to have another one standing by just in case. I don't think it's going to take anything more than that, friends. I don't know what I'm about to do, but I want you guys to see this because if I don't burn myself in that hot block behind me, I don't think it's hot. So I'm going to go like this, then I'm going to go... Let's let Juanitosville in on this. Alright guys, this is the top of the bail. I went a little overboard with the design. Sometimes you put those solders and you put them in and they turn into a ball and fall in those little holes. And that's interesting. Come on, Johnny. There we go. Okay. Very delicate. Okay. Do I have another piece of solder? Of course not. One piece of solder at a time, Johnny, really? Change of view. So I'm up here looking at the top, kissing it with the idiot flame head. There we go, bam. All right, the very last step, friends. The very last step. I can't hold down, you guys. Not include you. You've suffered this far with me, friends. The bail. It turned out a little bit shorter than I previously wanted, but I think it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna look better actually. Because I want the focus to be the piece, not the bail. Make this grandiose bail. They're like, dude, that's the baddest bail I've ever seen. Like, wait, did you notice that there was a really awesome jewelry piece hanging from it? gonna outshine the piece, friends. That's a nice big piece of solder there. We want to get a good seal on this. We don't want this falling off. This is gonna be somebody's very, very enjoyed piece. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm thinking, friends. I'm trying to concentrate. Okay, this side over here. Did I get it? I think I did. I think I did, guys. I kind of want to put a tiny, tiny, tiny piece for good measure. Let's get it very, very slow. Not fast, slow. I want for it to sink right in there. Come on. Sink right in there. There we go. And if I have to file a node off, I'm cool with that. Alright, friends. Well, this is essentially it. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much it, friends. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot now, but wait till the final video. Look at the top of that bale. That is just pretty cool. It's on there very securely. It matches with the lines. This very magical piece, man. Thanks for the journey, friends. Thanks for the adventure. Hope you enjoy. As always, subscribe. If you like hanging out with me and making jewelry and doing jewelry adventures, and give a thumbs up to the video if you feel the video is cool too. So all is well, friends. Enjoy, and I'm out. Peace. Boom, boom, boom.